The antidote.
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 Y estás escuchando The Antidote.
The antidote.
The antidote.
The antidote.
You're listening to The Antidote with Dave Hawkins.
With Christian music that doesn't suck.
Everything that you had, you threw away. You left it behind you, with nothing to guide you. Pick a mask and put your back up against the wall. You thought it could hide you, but I can see right through. 'Cause I'm not your enemy, and I will never let you down. I'll hold on through all the pain until you let me gain some ground. Because it's not worth the fight. No, it's not worth your time. So leave your regrets and live your life. Trusting you and trusting me to never fall. Thought you would fight through. It didn't surprise you. Make a way through the pain and break all the rules. It's what you've been doing, the path you've been choosing. Your enemy, oh, I will never let you down. I'll hold on through all the pain until you let me gain some ground. Because it's not worth the fight. No, it's not worth your time. So leave your regrets and live your life. Don't turn your face towards the night. Keeping close, it'll be alright. 'Cause sometimes love feels like pain. Hold on tight, don't lose your grip. You only get back what you give. 'Cause sometimes love feels like pain. 'Cause I'm not your enemy, oh, I will never let you down. I'll hold on through all the pain until you let me gain some ground. 'Cause that's not your destiny, oh, I will never let you down. I'll hold on through all the pain until you let me gain some ground. Because it's not worth the fight. No, it's not worth your time. So leave your regrets and live your life. Leave your regrets and live your life.
I'm Dave Hawkins, and on this week's edition of The Antidote, I'm going to take us in a milder music direction, as you probably could tell from our first song, Not Your Enemy. Regular listeners to this program know that I really love music that's loud, hard, and heavy. What's odd is that even though tonight's guest, FM Reset, doesn't fit any of the music styles I usually go for, their music has really grabbed me. The band brings a soft tone, they have solid lyrics with great topics, and harmonies that are absolutely perfect. The Antidote often has bands, from the far reaches of our planet, which makes FM Reset unusual too, because they come from Belleville, Ontario, just an hour away from the studio here in Peterborough. This has been a busy week for the band, as FM Reset has just released their new EP, The Way Home, and you'll be hearing a few songs from the EP later in tonight's show. For now, let's get into our talk with the band and the song Ignite. The Antidote meets with the band members of FM Reset. Wonderful to have you guys here.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thanks.
How about introducing yourselves and telling us your role in the band?
For sure. My name's Adam Badalan. I'm the lead vocals, and I play a little bit of acoustic guitar.
And my name is Jacob Leeming. I'm rhythm guitar and backup vocals.
My name's Isaac Van Berkel. I'm lead guitar, keyboard, and backup vocals.
And I am Joel Badalan, and I play the drums. I'm Adam's older brother.
And we're actually missing our bass player, who's Isaac's older brother.
Yeah.
With having family members, Jacob, that makes you the odd man out.
Yes, that does make me the odd man out.
Do the brothers ever gang up on you and give you a hard time?
Every day.
Yeah, actually.
It's our goal.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in hearing how and when FM Reset decided to become a band.
Well, it was about 4 years ago that we started writing our own music, but we actually started, 2-3 years before that as a worship band here at our church. And we were really, really bad
when we started. We were probably about 14 at the time.
And the pastor would clap and say, "Good job, boys." Those were some hard songs to play. And it was just really awkward and painful, but we pressed through, and that's kind of how it started.
Yeah.
That's wild. So even with those tough beginnings, you decided this is something we want to get serious about.
Yeah, it just kind of happened over time. It was something that we really enjoyed, and our church was very supportive of us as well. They allowed us to be able to use the church to rehearse and to play 2 or 3 times a week. And it was just something we enjoyed, so we just kept at it because we liked it.
In my story, there was a king who robbed the world of money and peace. The rebels fought and they burned to the ground. And everything is okay as the king and I say, no worries, no hard feelings. Carry on and forget me as I hide behind my mansion freely. In my vision, I saw a fire. It burned on down as the world went higher. People saw the flame and they turned their backs. And everything is okay as the king and I say, no worries, no hard feelings. Carry on and forget me as I hide behind my mansion freely. Did you ever see us fall? Did you ever see us crawl? Coming back to life, the storm in our hand comes alive when we ignite. Rumor has it you only live once. Well, I found the magic that proves you wrong. Rumors also say that the truth is a lie. And everything is okay as the king and I say, no worries, no hard feelings. Carry on and forget me as I hide behind my mansion freely. Did you ever see us fall? Did you ever see us crawl? We're coming back to life. The storm in our hand comes alive. We're singing. Did you ever see us fall? Did you ever see us crawl? We're coming back to life. The storm in our hand comes alive. When we ignite, we see the starlight. when we ignite.
FM Reset didn't really waste much time putting together your first release, One in a Million, because that was, 2015. What was it like doing that recording?
That was an amazing opportunity. I mean, we never even thought we would ever make it down to Nashville, especially to record, but we got the opportunity and we just jumped on it. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it was an opportunity that we weren't really expecting. Like 3 months before that, we didn't really have any idea that it was going to happen. And then just kind of one thing led to another. And we actually, we were able to go down and record an album in Nashville. And that was a lot of fun.
What a wild thing, because most bands start out making it so homegrown. They either record it themselves or they record it at a local studio. How was it that opportunity to go to Nashville came about?
I guess a good friend of ours introduced us to a company called Pop Gun Entertainment, and they had this artist showcase panel that you'd come down and you'd perform for them, and they'd give you a bunch of tips and give them a bunch of their contacts and just help us out that way. So we were shown them back in, I can't remember.
That was a long time
ago. But we ended up going down there in June of 2015.
Yep.
And we did a showcase there, and we learned a lot. We didn't do amazingly, but we learned a lot. And I remember sitting in the van after we played, and we were all downright depressed, thinking like, man, we've done so poorly, and it was just bad. And then we got home, and then the producer there actually asked if we wanted to record an album with them. And we figured, okay, so this will probably be in about a year or two. We'll get some songs prepped. But they said, no, we'd like to have you in November. So we had the time between June and November to prepare an album and go down there in a whirlwind and try to get this album recorded.
So that was really on the fast track. Didn't the album release also in that same year?
Actually, I think we did get the date wrong. It was June of 2014 because we released the album came out February 3rd, 2015.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your memory goes when you get old like you guys.
So old.
Yeah, so that's what happened. But it was a pretty fast period of time.
Growing up, you saw a lot of things. Sleep beneath your daddy's wings. Sometimes you broke the rules, but he didn't have to know. There are times when it breaks your back, but I promise that it's not that bad. Gotta stand, gotta get back up, gotta keep on moving on. I promise that you'll get there soon. And I promise that I'll be there too. Be with you. The city is a highlight of my life. It's just gonna fly by. Gonna fly by. A pity that you can't stay. A shame that it's gonna change. You one in a million. One in a million. Standing up is like standing down. Never know if you just walk out. Gotta fight for what you want and never give it up. There are days when you feel so bad, but I promise that it's not like that. Just remember that I'm always here, even when it's rough. And I promise that you'll get there soon. And I promise that I'll be there too. Be with you. The city is a highlight of my life. It's just gonna fly by. It's just gonna fly by. A pity that you can't stay. A shame that it's gonna change. You one in a million. One in a million.
the title track from One in a Million. One in a Million was a really solid release. You had an absolutely great single from that EP, Fantasy Story. Where did the idea come for that song?
I'm just thinking here. It was inspired by, I wrote it in high school, and it was inspired by this idea of pursuing something that you can't really have, trying to find fulfillment in just kind of materialistic things and always having it fail you. That's where the idea generated from. And just the lyrics themselves kind of tell the story. It's all about that.
Aren't you guys living your own fantasy story with having FM Reset out there recording and playing?
In a way, yeah.
It's always been the dream, I guess.
Can we make this a fairy tale, make a dream? You'd be the queen, I'd be the king. We build our castle with the biggest walls, be the finest of them all. Turn our lives almost upside down, not like the others, we're something else. Shining crowns in this broken world. Back to fantasy we built to save, locked our hearts up and ran away. I held your hand, oh I led you on. You trusted me for who I was. Never told me it would end like this. Never told me dreams don't exist. Never thought that we would part. 'Cause we've all dreamed our dreams like that, searching forth and back for something that's not there. But as for me, I've always dreamed of you and I, but I will lie here alone, and I don't mind goodbye. Ran our world with authority. Step one, step two, we were breaking free. Back to back, we faced it all, trusting one another to never fall. And looked at you, you looked at me, lost in one another's beauty. But we lost our guard and we were attacked. The walls went tumbling just like that. 'Cause we've all dreamed our dreams like that, searching forth and back for something that's not there. But as for me, I've always dreamed of you and I, but I will lie here alone, and I don't mind goodbye. Oh,
FM Reset seems quite comfortable recording pop tracks and then switching it up and doing acoustic numbers. Artistically, is one style better than the other?
Interesting question.
Yeah, that's a good
See, we
question.
have quite the mix of musical tastes in this band. I'm the one that tends to love the acoustic stuff. Big fan of people like, let's say, Ed Sheeran. He's a good one. So I like the softer music like that. Jacob, you tend to like more upbeat rock music. Adam, you're more alternative from what I've
kind
gathered.
of ballads and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I'm all over the map.
You're a ballad boy.
And yeah, we all hold kind of to our opinions strongly, which is a good thing. And that's why you kind of hear quite the mix up of music. Is really just been an experiment of finding our sound and who we are musically, with all of us having quite different taste in music.
And there's no metalheads in the band.
There are a couple, but
Joel and myself, we do enjoy listening to metal music
good
and
metal song.
going to some metal concerts, but we've never played, and I don't scream, so we just haven't pursued that at all. Probably never will, but it's fun.
Well, I don't even think it's the screams, because I've seen a photo of the band and you guys have no tattoos, so there's no way you could fit in.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I am the only one with a tattoo, but it's
that's only been recently, though.
Exactly.
Well, you brought up the point about Ed Sheeran. You did a cover of one of his songs, and also you've recorded a ton of songs from other artists, like Tyler Shaw, Ex-Ambassadors, a couple of Coldplay songs, and you had a million views of your cover of Jessie J's Flashlight. Now, I gotta know, has she called to say that she's angry that you did a better job on the song than she did?
No, we haven't heard from her yet, but that would be pretty cool.
But it is true, because you did a really solid version of that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of an example of the way that the five of us interpret music. Like in that song, you've got kind of the rock side of it, and it's at the same time we played it like a ballad, and so that's a good example actually of our blend of musical tastes coming together.
When tomorrow comes, I'll be on my own, feeling frightened of the things that I don't know. When tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes, tomorrow comes. And though the road is long, I look up to the sky, and in the dark I found lost hope, and I won't fly. And I sing along, I sing along, I sing along. I got all I need when I got you and I look around me and see a sweet life. Stuck in the dark, but you're my flashlight. You're getting me through the night. Kicks out my heart when you're shining in my eyes. I can't lie, oh it's a sweet life. Stuck in the dark, but you're my flashlight. You're getting me through the night. You're my flashlight. You're my flashlight. I see the shadows long beneath the mountain tops, but I'm not afraid when the rain won't stop. 'Cause you light the way, you light the way, you light the way. I got all I need when I got you and I look around me and see a sweet life. Stuck in the dark, but you're my flashlight. You're getting me through the night. Kicks out my heart when you're shining in my eyes. I can't lie, oh it's a sweet life. Stuck in the dark, but you're my flashlight. You're getting me through the night. Light, you're my flashlight. 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 Light, you're my flashlight.
Have you ever wondered if those great covers could actually overshadow your own music?
Well, as you can tell by the views, they kind of have a little bit. But we released those cover songs more as a attention grabber to draw and drive people towards our original music.
Yeah, so we kind of have to keep a balance of our originals and covers going.
Yeah, we don't want to become known as a cover band, but at the same time, we do enjoy them, and they do help to bring people to the music that we do, right?
And you guys love doing videos.
Yeah,
Man, have you got a lot out.
Yeah, no, we found YouTube videos were a really good way to connect with people, and like you mentioned earlier with the internet, like it's amazing the people that can find you and things like that.
I'm used to speaking with bands from the States and from around the world, so it's a little unusual to have a band that's only an hour away come on The Antidote.
Mm-hmm.
And also because Canadian Christian recording artists really aren't all that common. I once asked Chris Greenwood of Manifest about that, and he said that unless you're touring your face off, staying in Canada is financial suicide. How does it work for you guys?
Well, that is kind of true. We played in the States quite a few times, and that has been a much bigger success for us.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, we haven't really gone on a big tour, but we've played at like Kingdom Bound and Creation Fest, and those shows a lot more people came out to. And I guess it is true, it's a lot harder to tour in Canada than it is in the States.
Yeah.
Well, talk about where you play now. What kind of venues are you playing at?
Mostly churches or Christian high schools. Shows like that are typically where we're getting asked to play. And just with what's coming up with our band now, we recently haven't had time to be seeking out shows. So the exposure that we have been getting has typically been people requesting us to go along. So you can almost call us lazy musicians in the sense that we have been seeking out much recently.
Yeah, no, this year too, like with the new EP coming out, we've spent a lot of time songwriting and really trying to find what kind of a sound we want FM Reset to have. And that's been a process that we've been going through for this past year.
I'm interested in hearing about your live shows. What are they like?
Our live show to us is more about connecting with the audience rather than trying to show off to them.
Yeah.
Like we've had a couple experiences where we've gone to concerts. We got to perform at Creation Festival 2 years ago, and while we were there, we got to watch Switchfoot perform, and they really had an inspiring show in that way because they made a point of just like really building a connection with the audience, and that was something that when we saw that, we really wanted to try and make that a priority at FM Reset shows. We want the audience to be able to feel as if they connected with us in some way and just be impactful through that.
We are FM Reset, and you're tuned in to The Antidote with Dave Hawkins.
Your eyes shine so bright, hair falling softly in the evening light. I'm drawn in by the way you move. I'm head over heels, that's how I'm falling for you. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. Hot night down by the bay, just me and you and the summer haze. Too scared to hold your hand, but I still got a chance, the night's not over yet. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. I'll I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. A long walk and a longer talk brings us back just after 9 o'clock. And though the night is almost done, I can't shake the feeling that we've just begun. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. A warm breeze and a break of sweat. The time we had is one I'll never forget. Was it the heat, the summer haze, the wind in the trees, or your pretty face? I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. Let time go by and let the good times through. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. Let time go by and let the good times through. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. Let time go by and let the good times through. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you. Let time go by and let the good times through. I'll wait for you, I'll wait for you.
Wait for You from the FM Reset release 1 in a Million. And we're going to go back to our talk about the band's new release, The Way Home. No band can ever fit everybody's parameters of what they want to hear. How do you describe your music?
Don't ask us questions we don't know the answer to.
Would do you guys think pop rock would still be a okay?
I wouldn't say rock anymore. No.
Well, pop / songwriter.
Alternative, this and that, here and there. I don't know.
We're kind of a little bit still all over the map. Again, just trying to find that groove where we all fit into and where we can just like play together and just have it like just fit together so well. We're still kind of finding our way around that. But yeah, this new album that we are releasing, I think it's a really good sign of the direction we're heading into.
Yeah, I think it's a good step towards that.
Mm-hmm.
That new EP, it's just been released, and it's called The Way Home. We were talking about your style. It comes across to me as having, a much narrower focus and maybe a smoother music style than your debut.
Mm-hmm.
And that's intentional.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that comes from over this past year, just becoming more mature as songwriters, and we did a lot of songwriting for this EP. So I think that's part of where this EP comes from.
Yeah, maturing as musicians, but also maturing as individuals. I mean, our first album was when we were all still in high school, and now we're all graduated and doing other things education-wise. But like I said, just maturing as individuals has played into our songwriting a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very true.
So what about for you guys personally? Is FM Reset going to be the focus of your life? Is it going to be school, or is it going to be the music?
We do
Still
not
finding all that out.
Yeah, we're going where God takes us, really.
Yeah.
I've read that FM Reset has 3 songwriters in the band. Does that make it easier than just having a single writer?
I'd say almost the opposite oftentimes, because I will write something that I absolutely love, but that doesn't necessarily mean Jacob loves it or Adam loves it or anyone else is going to love it, right? Especially with the different focus on genre. Like, if it was me alone, it would be a lot softer and quieter music. I think if it was Jacob's way, it'd be like a lot more exciting, upbeat. So I think it's just a mesh of all of that.
Yeah, everyone really brings in their opinion, and typically we're quite open, and we've become willing to listen to each other. That was quite a process, and still is. Because everyone has their vision for a song, and sometimes it's hard to give up that vision for a new perspective. But that having 3 writers within the band, I feel like that is a big benefit, and at the same time, it's still a struggle for us.
Does this mean that you're actually collaborating on each of the songs, or one person writes and takes it to the band?
Typically, that is how it works. Typically one person will write pretty well the majority of the song, bring it to us, and then we'll tear it apart and in a good way, and rebuild the song.
We never want to stray too far away from what the intended feel of a song was supposed to be.
Yeah, but actually, one of our only songs that we've actually written as a entire group is our title track for our album, The Way Home. The song The Way Home we actually wrote pretty well during a band practice. The guys just started jamming, and I started singing a chorus, and then Isaac came up with some verses. Jacob came up with the bridge and the verses, and it just went from there. And I think that might be one of our
favorite ones.
Yeah, one of our best songs that we've written so far.
Okay, it's one of FM Reset's favorites. Let's play it. The title track, The Way Home.
I can see you sitting there, kicking back in a chair, watching life go by. It appears you don't care anymore. And I know good times are hard to find, but you're never gonna know if you never try. So this is my advice. When the feeling's gone and the memories run away, even when the times are changing, even when you feel forsaken, I know the way home. There's a lighthouse shining from the sea. There's a purpose for your chemistry. I know the way home. I know the way home. 2, 3, 4. I can see them driving by, living life in a blur in the dead of night. It appears they don't know what they're doing. And just like the way the river runs, I can feel it all around, yeah, it's in my blood, through the stained glass of the window. But the feeling's gone and the memories run away. Even when the times are changing, even when you feel forsaken, I know the way home. There's a lighthouse shining from the sea. There's a purpose for your chemistry.
Do you think that the EP itself has a theme running through it? Because something that I'm tending to draw from the release, comes through certainly on the title track. The song begins with a problem, and by the end of the track, there's a solution. Is that sort of what you're going for with this?
I can't say we necessarily intentionally did that. Kind of sounds bad on our part.
I think The Way Home represents the message of the album in a sense. Throughout the album, there's a lot of songs that talk about conflict and just struggles, kind of just life, really. Mm-hmm. And I think The Way Home is really just the grounding message of what we want to send out there to listeners.
So you want it to have a positive outlook?
Yeah, I would agree with that. But one thing that we've noticed about our music before too is that, like Isaac said, we do write a lot of songs about kind of like hardships and trials that people go through in life. So a lot of our songs do describe the feelings and the emotions associated with going through times like that. But The Way Home definitely is kind of the message that we want to leave people with, even despite what's going on in their lives and the things that they're going through.
Tell you guys that I was really disappointed with End of the World from The Way Home. I was really hoping for a story about like a zombie apocalypse. How about sharing the actual story?
For the end of the world. Okay, I also wrote that one. Kind of a cool story behind this one. We played a show in Chesterville, I believe, which is up towards Ottawa. And that was actually the very night of the Paris attacks. And that was a huge shock to millions of people, us included. And it just stuck with me, like, so many people died just because of someone else. It wasn't even their fault. They didn't do anything, but it happened. And there's also a lot of cool stories that came out of that. Just people gathering together, sacrifices people made during the events. That's where the idea was inspired from, was this idea that when it is like the end of the world, when everything's falling apart, like, it's not necessarily your fault, but we will stick with each other. We'll always have each other's backs, and there's always hope. There's quite a deep meaning behind that one, actually.
Yeah.
When the moon and stars come crashing down, and the light doesn't follow you around, count to 3, I'll be there if you please. When the storms come knocking at your door, and you're feeling a little bit ignored, trust me, I'm never too far away. It's the end of the world, everything is simply falling apart. It's not your fault, it's how it is, and I'll be right where you are through the rise and fall. You should know that I won't let you go through the rise and fall. You should know that I won't ever let you go. Ever let you go. I heard you don't know who you are, and the things you love have turned to scars. Such is the life I've lived so far. It's the end of the world, everything is simply falling apart. It's not your fault, it's how it is, and I'll be right where you are through the rise and fall. You should know that I won't let you go through the rise and fall. You should know that I won't ever let you go. Ever let you go. Ever let you go. Ever let you go.
I guess a smooth track like End of the World wouldn't really sync with the soundtrack of a film about zombies, but it does show the great vocals of FM Reset. You won't have any problem finding their new EP, The Way Home. It was released this week and is available just about everywhere. I admit that there's really has never been enough rap on The Antidote. That changes next week as Hee-Sun Lee meets with The Antidote to share about how being an Asian American woman has made her an oddity in the rap scene. She has huge talent, she's a prolific writer, and she's out to break all the stereotypes. There's still more to hear of our talk with FM Reset, and a great final song called All I Had from their new EP. Enjoy this, and as always, thanks for listening to The Antidote, and be sure to join us again next week. So now FM Reset has The Way Home out. What's the plans? Are you going to take this on tour?
Yeah, actually, we are currently on tour right now. We're traveling with a awesome organization called Live Different, and we're going to mostly high schools, some elementary schools, and playing our songs for them, and basically, just touring this new EP that we've got.
4 months, that's a brutally long time on the road. You're playing every day?
Every weekday, pretty much. Because it's a high school tour, we also get weekends off, which is going to be really nice.
That's a nice deal.
Yeah.
So whatever city you end up with on Friday, that's where you can do the big tour of.
Yeah, I get to do some sightseeing, get to see a little bit of Canada.
In this group that you're touring with, what's the intention of Live Different? What are they trying to achieve with having you guys on tour?
Live Different is an organization based out of Hamilton that they take a whole presentation. It's got it's not just music. They've also got kind of motivational speakers that go along, and a band as well. And they go in and try to inspire teenagers to live with purpose and to focus on the things that really are important in life, like relationships with other people.
And you guys can inspire them to be musicians.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'd be good.
You know, Peterborough is known as the spot for Christian music in Ontario, having TFK and Hawk Nelson calling this place home. Mm-hmm. Your music is getting me a little bit concerned, because is FM Reset going to steal that Christian music title and take it down to Belleville?
Maybe.
Who knows? It'd be funny if it did happen, though.
It's only an hour away, though, so
we might get grouped together and just get thrown into the Peterborough name.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for bringing the music of FM Reset to The Antidote. It's been great having you guys here.
Yeah, thank you for having us, Dave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I walk these streets, dancing in the dark, painted pictures on rotting walls. No one seems to understand the beauty of this disaster. Brings me to tears. Forever after, I'll never know how I lost her. She did something to my soul. I'll never look back. She took all I had. I shouldn't complain, but it breaks my heart. If you want to ask me, I'd say I'm fine. A little like you hurt someone, but the lies you told, I forgave them. You still ran away. Forever after, I'll never know how I lost her. She did something to my soul. I'll never look back. She took all I had. Taking it all and take it from me. Once I was blind and now I can see. Tears are running around, it's getting old. Come back to me or lose it all. Forever after, into my soul.